Hello and welcome to In Focus series section of Drishti IAS English. I am Aisha, and in today's episode we will be discussing about the post of Deputy Speaker of Lok Sabha and the constitutional provisions related to it. So as of now, if we see that the 18th Lok Sabha has started and the leader of opposition has been chosen, and that is Rahul Gandhi, and now the pro tem speaker has also been chosen, and after that the speaker has also been chosen, and that is Om Birla. And now there is a contention between the opposition and the government with regard to the post of the deputy speaker of Lok Sabha. So the convention says that the deputy speaker of the Lok Sabha basically comes from the opposition party, but this is a convention. And the convention is something that has been followed, and that is because it is being followed like that, it goes on, but that is not a compulsion. So let us talk about the deputy speaker of Lok Sabha, and first of all let's see what are the points of discussion. So first we'll be looking at the news, and then what is deputy speaker. Is it compulsory to have a deputy speaker or not? Then what are the rules for the election of the post of deputy speaker? And in the end, a prelims MCQ topic is of relevance from general studies paper 2, that is polity section, parliament. So let's begin. And the news talks about what is the deputy speaker's role and how often has it been an opposition MP. So what is the deputy speaker role? This is the main point that we need to focus on. So what has happened is that Rahul Gandhi has been selected as the leader of opposition. The Lok Sabha speaker has been selected as Om Birla, or you can say elected. So the opposition's increased strength in Lok Sabha, its members are hoping to get the post of the deputy speaker. And now that the leader of opposition and also the opposition, the proper opposition, is present in this Lok Sabha, and that has happened after a period of 10 years. So the opposition increased strength, so they are looking to have the post of deputy speaker. But no deputy speaker for the entire duration of the 17th Lok Sabha. So for the entire duration of the previous Lok Sabha, that is from 2019 to 24, the post of deputy speaker was vacant. And the 16th Lok Sabha, the deputy speaker was from the AIADMK, and that is M. Thambi Durai. So 16th Lok Sabha, a deputy speaker was there. 17th Lok Sabha, deputy speaker was not there, and this is the 18th Lok Sabha which has started recently. And the opposition had the post of deputy speaker continuously from 1990 to 2014. So from the time period of 1919 to 2014, opposition party had the post of deputy speaker, and that is why this time that is the 18th Lok Sabha, the opposition is hoping to get the post of deputy speaker. And the parliamentary convention, it says that the deputy speaker's post goes to the opposition, but it is a convention. And with regard to the pro tem speaker post, this time the convention was broken. Now what is deputy speaker, and what does the constitution talks about deputy speaker? So the article 95 clause 1 of the Indian constitution, it talks about that deputy speaker performs the duties of the speaker if the post is vacant. So article 95 talks about a deputy speaker, and it says that if the speaker of the Lok Sabha is not present and the speaker of the Lok Sabha post is vacant, then it is the deputy speaker which performs the duties of the speaker. Then deputy speaker has the same general powers as the speaker when presiding over the house. So even if for one single day, if the deputy speaker performs the duties of the speaker, then the deputy speaker will have every single power provisions of the speaker. Then all references to the speaker in the rules are deemed to be references to the deputy speaker as well for the times when he or she resides. So whenever a deputy speaker performs the duties of the speaker, the deputy speaker completely performs like speaker at that point of time or for that much time period. Then Article 93 of Indian Constitution talks about that Lok Sabha as soon as may be choose 2 members of the House to be respectively, that is Speaker and Deputy Speaker. So this is given in Article 93 of the Indian Constitution, and it talks about that two members of the Lok Sabha should be chosen as soon as possible, as early as possible, and that is the Speaker and the Deputy Speaker. So first the Speaker must be elected, and after that the Deputy Speaker. Then comes Article 178. So Article 178 talks about that the provision for the Speaker and Deputy Speaker in the state assemblies. So it is not that only in the Lok Sabha the Deputy Speaker post is being talked about. The Article 178 of Indian Constitution also talks about the post of Deputy Speaker and Speaker with regard to the state assemblies. Then is it mandatory to have a Deputy Speaker? So is it compulsory to have a Deputy Speaker? So let's see. Constitution does not specify a time frame for making the appointments. Now this is where the catch lies, that even though let me tell you again, even though Article 95, Article 93 and Article 178 talks about Speaker and Deputy Speaker, but it also the Constitution does not specify a time period. So the specific time period has not been given in the Constitution, that till when and within how much time the Deputy Speaker must be selected or the Deputy Speaker must be elected to the post. And this is where the problem lies, or this is where the catch lies, because the specific time period is not been given, so the post can be delayed for as much time. Then Article 93 and Article 178 use the words shall and as soon as may be. And shall and as soon as may be, it indicates that as early as possible, but the time period is, a specific time period is not given. So the words like shall and as soon as may be, they indicate that not only is the election of a Speaker and Deputy Speaker mandatory, but it should be done at the earliest. It should be done as soon as possible. But because the specific time period is not given, so that is why the delay can be done. Now rules for election of Deputy Speaker. So what are the rules with regard to the election of Deputy Speaker? So the Deputy Speaker is elected from among the Lok Sabha members. So from among the Lok Sabha members, the Deputy Speaker is also elected like the Speaker, and that is done by simple majority of the members present and voting. So the number of members who are present there and they are voting, so that should be the number of votes should be calculated, and that is how the Deputy Speaker is elected, and that is among the Lok Sabha members. Then election usually takes place in the second session, and specifically after the election of the Speaker. So first the election of the Speaker takes place, and after the election of the Speaker, then the Deputy Speaker is also chosen. Then election is governed by Rule 8 of the Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business in Lok Sabha. So the election of Deputy Speaker is given under Rule 8 of the Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business in Lok Sabha, and the Rule 8 talks about. So what does Rule 8 talks about? Rule 8 talks about that it shall be held on such date as the Speaker may fix. See, whenever the first session of the Lok Sabha starts, now what happens is, firstly there is a pro tem speaker, and the pro tem speaker takes oath by the president. So when the new members come, it is the pro tem speaker which helps the MPs to take the oath, and then when the MPs take the oath, after that the election of the Speaker takes place. So as soon as the election of the Speaker takes place, so when the Speaker is elected, then Speaker takes the position and pro tem speaker leaves the chair. Then what happens in the initial days? The leader of the opposition, if the opposition has sufficient numbers, then if they maintain the quorum, then the leader of the opposition is also chosen. And after the election of the Speaker has taken place, after that, because the Speaker will select the date for the election of the Deputy Speaker, so first the election of the Speaker will take place, and after that the election of the Deputy Speaker will take place, because it is the Speaker who will fix the date for the election of deputy speaker. And then once elected, the deputy speaker continues in office until the dissolution of the Lok Sabha. So basically it is for 5 years, but if in earlier the dissolution of Lok Sabha takes place, then it is another case. Then comes Article 94 of the Indian Constitution. It talks about that speaker or deputy speaker shall vacate his office if he ceases to be a member of the House of the People. So if the speaker or the deputy speaker, if they are no more the member of the Lok Sabha, then they will leave. They shall vacate his office. So they will vacate their office. Then the speaker or the deputy speaker can resign also, and the deputy speaker submits his or her resignation to the speaker, and the speaker submits his or her resignation to the deputy speaker. Then if the removal needs to be done, then a resolution needs to be passed, and that resolution needs to be passed in the house by majority of all the then members of the house. It means that the members who are present there and voting. So majority by the then members of the house needs to be done if the removal of the deputy speaker needs to take place. So these are few of the rules, that is by simple majority election among the members of the Lok Sabha. Then it is the rule 8 which talks about the election of the deputy speaker. Then it talks about rule 8, that is the date is selected by the speaker for the election of the deputy speaker. Then the deputy speaker or speaker can vacate his or her office if they ceases to be a member of the Lok Sabha. They can also resign and can submit his resignation to each other, that is speaker and deputy speaker. And if the removal resolution is moved in the house, then that needs to be passed by the then members or by the then members of the house. Now deputy speaker filled in for absent speaker. So has in the past the incident has happened that the deputy speaker has taken the post of the speaker. So yes, that has happened. If we talk about the first speaker of the Indian Parliament or the first speaker of the Lok Sabha, it was G.V. Mavlankar. So when G.V. Mavlankar died in the year 1956, Deputy Speaker M. Ananthasayanam Iyengar, he filled in for the remaining tenure of the Lok Sabha, that was from 1956 to 1957. So this happened during the first speaker. Then again G.M.C. Balayogi, who was the speaker in the 13th Lok Sabha, he passed away in between, and the deputy speaker became the acting speaker at that point of time also. So this was when the deputy speaker filled in for absent speaker. So that has taken place. So these were few of the things that we looked into from the perspective of the deputy speaker, and it is the post of the deputy speaker which has become a point of contention between the government and the opposition, because opposition wants that the government should follow the convention of giving the post of deputy speaker to the opposition. So with this we comes to the end, and in the end a prelims MCQ, and you people need to tell me the answer in the comment section. The deputy speaker performs the duties of the speaker if the post is vacant. So this is the statement. Deputy speaker performs the duties of the speaker if the post is vacant. This statement is given in which article of the Indian Constitution? That is Article 80, Article 100, Article 85 or Article 95. We have discussed this in the video. So give me the answer in the comment section. And that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Till we meet next time. Keep reading, keep writing, and keep subscribing to the channel. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.